Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedyroyal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. Thank you for coming to today's video. Today is going to be a makeup tutorial. We're going to be doing this halo eyeshadow, alright? I asked on my Instagram story what y'all wanted to see first, a cloud tutorial or a halo eye tutorial. Y'all pick halo eye tutorial. Then I asked y'all what color you wanted to do and you said green. So today we're going to be doing this eye here. And you can always switch out and substitute any of the colors for what colors you want to use, but this is how I do my halo eyes, which is one of my favorite eyeshadow types. So let's get into it. Like, you know, like the transition, maybe if like I remember, I'll put a little. All right, so my eyes are already primed. You already know I love to use a white base or a lighter base because a lighter base makes for a more vivid eyeshadow. Because imagine coloring on a white piece of paper or a tan piece of paper. The color is going to come out more vivid on the white piece of paper, so that's why I use a white base. So today I'm going to be using the Made by Mitchell Feet on the Ground palette, and I'm also going to be using the Sample Beauty the Painter's palette, just for different shades of green, and I'll let you know when I'm switching between the two. So I'm going to take the Feet on the Ground palette, and I'm going to start with this Ain't Green right here. Well, the shade is called Ain't. I'm using this green right here, and the brush that I'm using, this is a Made by Mitchell brush as well. It doesn't have a name on it, but I'm using a taper blending brush. So I'm taking that shade. I'm going to now go into the crease, and quickly, this part where your eye opens, that little, you know, fold is called your crease. This down below the fold is your lid, and then all of that's like upper crease. So we're gonna go into the lower crease right onto the fold, and we're gonna go all the way around the eye into a semicircle. You wanna make sure that you really get that color in there and concentrate it, but also you wanna make sure that it's blended out. All right, I'm gonna do this on the other eye. On my Instagram, I asked what color you all wanted to see me do the halo eye in, and there were 777 votes for green, so today we're doing green. However, you can do this halo eye with any shades that you want to. So say, for example, you're going to go in with the blue. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a medium blue, and that's where we're going here. Then you do a lighter blue when I do a lighter green, and then a black when I do a black, and then a darker blue when I do a darker green. Basically, just find the shades that coordinate with the color that you want to do. I've done this in pink and purple. I've done this in brown. I've done this in blue. I've done this basically in every single color. So yeah, this is not just for the color green, but today we are using green because this is what you all wanted to see me demonstrate it with. Now that shade Ain't, which is going to be our medium green, is nice and concentrated into the crease, we're going to change brushes, and we're going to change shade. So now I'm going to go into the Sample Beauty, what is this called? I'm going to go into the Sample Beauty the Painter's palette. I'm going to go into the shade Forest, which is this lighter green right here. And with greens, I always like to mix a little bit of yellow. I'm unhinged. So I'm taking this on a Morphe M441 blending brush, and I'm going to blend right on top of that lower green that we already have. Okay, maybe I added too much yellow. Let's go back to just Forest. Now with this halo eye, you can go dark to light or light to dark. I personally like going dark to light, meaning the darkest shade and then blending up from there. Light to dark would be starting in the lightest shade and then going down. I personally like going dark to light when it goes to halo eyes. I feel like it makes it crisper, but they're practically the same thing, like tear to mirror, like it's the same thing. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions like this, as well as little circles, just to make sure that this is all blended out. And I'm going to do this to the other eye. And if you feel at any point, if you see this eye, you see this eye. This eye really took to the medium, like darker green better than this eye. I kind of blended out too much. That's fine. All you have to do is just go back and reinforce. The thing about blending is, it's not like you just blend one part of the eye one time and then you can never go back. You can touch it up as much as you want to. Alrighty, so now we're going to go to the lighter shade. I'm going to take this ColourPop E2 here, and we're going to go back into the Made by Mitchell palette, and we're going to go into, palette is upside down. We're going to go into this light green here, which is called Bittersweet. And I haven't really seen an eyeshadow like this before. This color is like a light honeydew. I'm going to the green right here, and I'm going to go on top of the green that we just added. Since the eye shape that we're going for is a little bit more round, I'm going to make sure that I get, I'll get up in here on the edges as well. Because the halo eye is a rounded eye with a spotlight attention in the middle. So you want to make sure that you set yourself up for success in that way. And I blend all the way up to the brow bone, which also works because I get a lot of questions like, oh, well, if you use a light concealer, like, won't it look crazy? I already blend all the way to the brow bone. So you can't even see that stark white in the primer or the concealer that you already used. All right. Now I'm just going to basically keep blending those. So I'm going to start with Florist again, the light to medium green. And I'm just going to blend until all the colors have a moment, but they are all blended together. The point is to create a gradient, but you don't want to, the point was never to just make a light and a dark and get rid of the middle shade or any shade. You have to have all of them in order to make the gradient. So I'm just going to keep blending those shades out. This looks good. Wait. Okay. Focus. So I'm going to add a little bit more definition into the crease because I want there to be a stark contrast. All right. I want when I cut the halo eye, when I cut the crease for it to be like dark light. I want it to be like that. All right. So I'm going to take another Made by Mitchell brush. This is another brush. I was going to add one looks like this and they don't have names. Anyways, I'm going to go into the Sample Beauty palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Cottage, which is a darker green. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit about these two darker greens here. And I'm going to go below where we put the first crease shade, just to add some definition. So you can see this eye versus this eye, the blend is more severe. So we are just going to, blend that out. And back in with the shades from before, making sure that every shade that we add is welcome to the family, okay, with open arms. I don't want it to be, looking like one shade doesn't like the other shade. It's supposed to be gradient. They're all supposed to be next to each other. Happily at the family reunion, we introduce. Why is that in my head? Also, if you're in my oven, it's on its last leg and it won't be quiet. So if you hear the beeping, imagine living with it. Hello. Counting blessings. Amen. Alrighty. And just because I want to take it one further step, I'm going to add a little bit of black to the crease as well. I'm going to take this Morphe 506, which is my favorite shade for adding black to any type of eyeshadow look because it is so tapered. So this brush is a taper blending brush as well, but you see one is just skinny. Alright, so we're going to use this one. And I'm going to go into ammo. It has a lot of M's. And we're going to go to ammo, and I'm going to take And I'm just gonna go right into the crease. You do not need to use black on your halo eye. I just like to do it because, once again, I like a big contrast. Because I feel like it makes the light even lighter and the spotlight look even more intense when there is a darker crease. However, when I want to do something a little less severe, I just don't add the black. Or don't have to add any of the dark contrast shades. It's your world, okay? And all of my YouTube videos, they're just random clips of me giving myself thumbs up. I think it's just my thing now. It's just natural because I'm just like, go Lauren. Okay, so now we're gonna cut the crease using this Coastal Scents brush that doesn't have a name. And a little bit of primer from the back of my hand, the same primer that I primed my eyes with. My tips for cutting the crease go as follows. Tip number 1, go fast. I know a lot of people do like the small it's a waste of time. Okay, I'd rather just go fast and then you fix it afterwards. And then you're less anxious. So that's how I just do like the swipe. I feel like it works way better. That continuous motion. I don't really have many times that my crease is just like wobbly or like not right. All right, that's first tip. Second tip is, if you have hooded eyes or smaller eyelids, don't feel discouraged. Here's a tip for making an illusion. You want to cut above the natural crease of your eye. So my crease is here. You might want to cut a little bit here so that you have more lid space and that you can have more fun. A lot of times people be like, I have hooded eyes, so I can't do makeup. You can. Don't feel too discouraged. Also, it might look a little different on you, but that's absolutely fine. Okay? Just play around with where you cut your crease so that you can have as much fun as you want on your lids or show as much of a blend as you want. All right? So I'm going to start. I usually start in the inner corner here, and I'm just going to make a continuous quick line over here. Now you see, sometimes my primer was obviously not wet enough, but that's all right. Also, you want to make sure that your primer doesn't dry too much before you cut, because then it'll get a little stuck. Now you can see a little part up there that we have messed up. I'm just gonna raise the crease a little bit higher so that it feels included. Boom, just like that. I feel like a lot of people do overthink cutting the crease simply because it is like a make or break step in your makeup routine. But it is one that is much easier than, say, like winged eyeliner, or it's easier to fix, okay? That little piece went outside of the crease, and now, just like that, we fixed it, and that was a moment of the past. Don't worry about, certain things in the crease. Sometimes my creases won't match, and I'll just go higher and higher and higher until I stop. Like, you'll be fine. All right, we're gonna do the same on the other eye. All right, you do want to make sure that your creases do match though, because that can make your eyes look lopsided. My eyes are not the same shape or length, so you might have to do something a little bit different for one eye than the other to make it look even. Mine usually has to do with the inner corner of my left eye. So you see, like, the way it's cut is a little bit different, so that it looks the same, but it's not the same. All right, so I'm just gonna make sure that I add a little bit more primer because it did get a little dry while I was talking. Okay, now you see right here, I did a little bit too much. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of that dark green from before and simply go over the part where I did too much. All right, and just like that, we're okay. That's the thing I want my makeup YouTube channel to be about. Is like, I want us to stop being afraid of making so many mistakes, because you'll be okay. Alright, I promise. So starting out, I'm going to take that M506 from earlier, and I'm going to take the black, the shade Ammo, and go into the corners here. So the inner and the outer corner. And I'm just starting to create the guideline for where I'm going to place the shadows to create that halo effect on the eye. And I'll probably go back in with a flat brush to make it more opaque, but I just want to create a guideline with the blending brush first. And next, I'm going to take a Morphe M124, which is a flat brush like so. There's a helicopter above. Dougie, hype me up. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the shade Limeade, which is this green shimmer here. And I'm going to place that in the center of the lid. With shimmers, I pat. With mattes, I swipe. Well, it really depends on the matte. Sometimes if it's like a white matte, then I'm going to just tap too. Here. I was on Milani Live the other day, Milani Cosmetics Live, and I was saying that, you know, something that also makes shimmers like perform better is making them wet. So this shimmer performs, like, I like the way it looks without this, but I just want to show you because somebody said I never heard this before, and I was like, what? So here is the shimmer with no liquid. I'm going to use the first liquid I see, honestly. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And I'm going to spray the brush. After I spray the brush, I'm going to dip it back into that shade there. And this is it. Wet. So, fun fact of the day. But, yeah, I'm just going to add limeade to the middle. I'm going to make sure that you get real close to that crease. If you get a little bit too close, guess what we're going to do? Take that dark green and just color over it. Alright, so now time to make this and this not seem so far away. You know what I mean? Alright, first steps first, I'm going to wipe off this brush, and then I'm going to dip into that shade Ain't from earlier and go right in between the two. Closer to the black than I am to the center of the lid, simply because we have other plans for that part, okay? And we don't want to make it too crowded. Okay, and what we do to the right side, we're going to do to the left side. What we do to the outer corner, we do to the inner corner. The most important part of the halo eye, in my opinion, is spacing. Because if you don't cut the crease high enough or long enough, then like you don't have enough space for the colors, and it's not a blend, and then like the spotlight just seems like random blotch. You don't have to use a shimmer right here. I like using mattes as well. I feel like a matte white or a matte cream or just like a light pastel shade always hits as well. So you don't have to use a shimmer here. You could just use a light shade. But today I'm using a shimmer because that's my business. We ain't done yet. I said we ain't done yet. I'm going to be taking some of Bittersweet. I'm going to go in between the shimmer and that green there. I don't know if you noticed, but Bittersweet kind of took over everything and kind of covered the last shade that we just did. But that's okay, because we'll go back in, like I said before, and you can always just keep reblending things. So I'm going to reblend that shade Ain't. Just so you before attention, aim to be. So we have 2 more parts to the top lid. You can already see the blend is starting to blend. We're going to go into those 2 dark green shades from earlier, and we're going to place that in between Ain't and where the black is. And you might want to go the light shade and then the dark shade, just to help your ombre. But if you know, you're not in the Weenie Hut Junior, you can do both at the same time. It's up to you. We're just going to blend those 2 dark shades to the inner and outer corner. Alright, now that we've added that shade, I'm going to go back in with 8 one more time, just to blend everything out. It's kind of like it's kind of like with each layer, you have to go back and reinforce all the colors from before, just to make sure that everything is blended, okay? Blending is a patience game as much as it is a technique game. Write that down. And the last step, I'm going to go into, this is the wrong palette. And for the last step, I'm going to go into the black from before, and just go over where we put the black, just so that it can have its moment. Right? Sometimes I even like to take like a lighter shimmer or a lighter shadow and just add it right to the top underneath that crease, just to give it like a wow. Done halo eyes and put pigments there, but done halo eyes and put liner there. Like, as long as it is something bright, you can't go wrong. Now I'm gonna wipe off my face. This is why I do my eyes before my face. I'm gonna wipe off my face and do my face makeup, and then come back. I'm just gonna be doing basic base and come back. If you're watching this, then this means that my base tutorial is probably out. So go check out my base tutorial if you want to see like how I do all my foundation and my concealer and all of that. But I will be back momentarily. Alright, I'm back. The face is done. I put on a shirt and I comb my hair. Yeah. Now let's finish off the bottom of the eye. So I always do my face before I do the bottom lash line, just because it can get real messy, okay? Setting powders flying, concealers wet and dripping, all of that. So first things first, I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm going to go on to this small brush right here. And I'm going to put that in my waterline, going horizontal across the waterline, not vertical. I do not stick it in my eye. It is parallel to the eye and not perpendicular, okay? That's very important. That's how you poke your eye out. You go like this. And that's probably why it's so scary for a lot of people. I get a lot of DMs like, I'm scared to put things in my eye, but I want to know like how, this is how you do it. Gently. You always want to use something that is cream or gel, so that it does not mix with the waters of your eye. Water activated eyeliners will mix with the waters and the wetness of your eye, which can cause irritation, burning, and basically, most importantly, your eyes will water, and that will mess up your entire face makeup. I still have my waterline video coming to you, to a TV near you soon, or a computer or a laptop or a mobile device, but crash course right there. I'm going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills A14 brush, and I'm actually going to go into Ain't. I have to be more careful now because I have an actual shirt on. I'm going to go into Ain't. And I'm going to blend on the lash line on both sides. And when I mean both sides, I mean outer and inner corner. I'm going to use this ColourPop E2 to take that bittersweet shade, which is basically the shade of my shirt, and blend that out underneath and all the way around. I'm going to use this E29 brush from ColourPop and go into that black and basically smoke out the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take the Morphe M124 from earlier, which is a flat brush, go into that green and add it right there. But yeah. You see what we've done here. I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Lash Freak Mascara and then apply some falsies, and then I'll be right back. If you want to know how to apply falsies, I have a whole YouTube video on how to apply false lashes. So those are my best tips for that. So I'm going to go put on some lashes and I'll be right back for the outro. Alrighty, here is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. If you try out this look, make sure you tag me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok at Raggedyroyal. Follow me on those platforms to see more looks. Thank you all for picking the color green because I think it was a great pick. I think it was a fantastic pick from the audience. Make sure that you give this video a like if you learned anything. Comment down below and tell me what you think of this look. What you think at all. And make sure you subscribe for more YouTube videos and more tutorials coming up soon. One of my lashes don't match the other lash, which is why I'm trying to give y'all a little bit of an angle. That might have been too honest. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And I don't have an outro. I gotta work on that. I'm gonna need you to keep up with more. Just clap, clap, clap your fingers for me. Good, good. Clap your fingers. Keep it up. Wait, what's the other song I want to sing? Did Maria count me in? How does it go? Count me in. How does the song go? Dear Maria. Damn it. This is gonna bother me. I have to look it up now. Dear Maria, count me in. Wait. Let me try to sing it for real. I got your picture, I'm coming with you. Dear Maria, count me in. Oh, cause I got your picture, I'm coming with you. Dear Maria, count me in. I feel like I could get louder. Wanting more. Cause I got your picture, I'm coming with you. Dear Maria. I got your picture, I'm coming with you. Dear Maria, count me in. All right, 7 minutes and 30 seconds that we have wasted. All right, let me get back to the story. I got your picture. No, let me stop. I got your picture. I'm coming with you. Dear Maria, count me in. Editing Lauren is going to be pissed.